Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a discussion topic video. We're going to be talking about, in this one, the first season so far of Fear the Walking Dead and my thoughts on the pacing. Okay, so I felt like this was a great discussion topic because it's something that I have just seen people talking about in the comments like crazy lately with, the new series, Fear the Walking Dead. And I will say, man, I really enjoyed the first couple episodes. I've just been like, it's so nice to have some Walking Dead on during the summer, even if it's a new series, even if there's no real crossover from this one to, the original Walking Dead, just to get to see like a new show that has a totally different feel to it, that's characters don't know anything about the zombie apocalypse, how to deal with zombies, and we're just kind of seeing that prequel part of how this all came about, how civilization just crumbled while Rick was sound asleep. So I'm enjoying the crap out of it so far. I've enjoyed the first two episodes a lot, but I'm not, I'm not alone in that. But at the same time, there are a lot of people on the other side. There's a lot of people that have been very disappointed with the show. I've seen it in the comments. They've been like, it's too slow and it's boring and there's not enough zombies and this kind of thing. So I talked about this a little bit in some of my review after the first episode, and that is that they chose with the first season of Fear Dead to focus on part of the zombie apocalypse that we've never seen before in the original, which is the very beginning. Even before it's really a zombie apocalypse, just zombies, right? So you just have a few zombies here and there. You have the infection that's spreading. Everybody's infected, and when they're dying, they're turning. So you got the hospital, which is like a hot spot. As soon as people are dying, they're just, there's mad breaking out. Talk about like the worst jobs to have in a zombie apocalypse. Being a nurse or a doctor at a hospital, working in a hospital doing anything. I don't care if you're a janitor, but at least if you're a janitor, you may have, a mop to use or something, right? To defend yourself, scalpel. But it's it's pretty cool to get to see that first stage of it where you just have a few, and we slowly are seeing it kind of spread more and more and more, episode to episode, even though they have opted to give us a bit of a slower paced season thus far. Now, we're only 2 episodes in, so we do have 4 left, so there is quite a bit more they can cover. But I would say there's no way they're going to come close to covering as much as the original Walking Dead did at its pacing in season 1. I mean, its season 1 pacing is pretty crazy. It's like Rick wakes up, he meets Morgan in that. He heads out to Atlanta to try to find his family. Gets stuck there in the tank, and then we see him eventually meet his family. And then they go, after the camp's attacked, there's the stuff with Merle and Daryl, and they go to the CDC, and that's like the first season. So that's the pacing of the first season. They cover quite a bit of ground in the first show, and of course, it's full-on zombie apocalypse. The human beings are the minority at this point. Probably over 90% of people have become Z's, have become walkers, zombies. So that's pretty cool to see that. And the best part of a zombie apocalypse story is, of course, after the zombie apocalypse. There's hardly any that show kind of the breakout in movies and that of how it happens originally. There's a few, but for the most part, you're seeing a full-on zombie apocalypse survival horror story for most zombie movies. So the pacing of the first season of Fear Dead, 6 episodes. I do think the pacing should be a little bit faster. I feel like they could show us a little bit more than they are. But that said, I'm still not disappointed with it, and I have enjoyed it like crazy. And I don't want to sound like a complainer with regards to it, because I'm happy we even have it at all. Compared to this time last year where there's no Walking Dead on, and all the years prior, it's really nice to get the other show. So with this one, a couple things they have done well is they've really focused on the little things. When you do have a zombie, they've really focused on it well and shown that zombie as a very scary threat to our survivors that don't know how to deal with it, and may be inferior in terms of musculature, size, strength, things like this, showing women, unfortunately, middle-aged women with middle-aged men who have turned, trying to defend themselves in this, and in certain cases, not going well. But in others, having a tough chick like Madison, where she grabs the fire extinguisher and smashes him to win that fight, so to speak, to defend Tobias. So, I was hoping when the series started to see some more zombies, to see more, zombies everywhere, and kind of closer to the right way the original Walking Dead was in its first season. But it's nowhere really near that point yet, and it probably looks like by this pacing, we won't see full-on zombie apocalypse until like the very end of the first season, and maybe the first season will end with them either getting out of LA or realizing that they can't get out and setting up a camp somewhere like the school, which I think would be cool. Or home or something like that, just to kind of ride out the storm going into season 2. So that said, 6 episodes is not that much, and I would have liked to see them kind of go a little bit faster pace with the zombie apocalypse, going on. But episode 1 to 2, 1 they chose to start really early on, which is regular life. 2, they brought us to kind of the more riot section part of what would be happening after the disintegration of society. But still, in episode 3, probably not, this is predictions now because this is future episodes, probably not full-on zombie apocalypse yet. But then episodes 4, 5, and 6 progressively more and more zombies as we go through. Now that leads the series, instead of starting with a bang near the beginning, just starts with a few zombies with some really good micro and treating those infected well, showing them really scary, showing good interactions with our survivors, and as things are happening, making them really fun and interesting. So I've been happy with it, but I do think that they may have wanted to go with a little bit of a faster pace with only 6 episodes. That said, this is the only time in the whole series, in either series, that we've gotten to see the beginning of the zombie apocalypse and how civilization actually crumbles and all the details involved with how that happened at this time frame. So I can definitely see why they made that choice to be like, okay, we've seen the full-on zombie apocalypse in The Walking Dead now for 5 years, 5 seasons. In this story, we're going to show the beginning part that we didn't get to see in the original, where the zombie apocalypse is just rolling out. So, in the future, in this series, seasons 2, 3, 4, if it goes on that far, which it probably will, to be honest, we'll get to see more and more zombies, more and more full-on zombie apocalypse as we go through. But for the beginning, it makes sense that they want us to care about the characters, get attached to the characters, and really focus on that and kind of, the really small things in the zombie apocalypse, like one-on-one zombie attacks and this kind of thing, and how characters respond to that, rather than going at an early Walking Dead, the TV series original pace for its first season and its third season, where they're blowing through all kinds of stuff. More like kind of what they're doing now with The Walking Dead with Gimple, where he's really slowed things down, focused more on making a great story. And they have a few episodes where they go over the top, big explosions and all kinds of craziness, which I'm sure we'll get in Fear the Walking Dead also as well. But for now, they're kind of more focused on the characters. So all in all, just to wrap it up, basically saying I had hope for a little bit faster pacing, a little bit more craziness happening, maybe a good group of zombies, which I haven't really even seen like a big group of zombies as of yet. Buildings burning, exploding, stuff like that. But we have a lot of season left. It may end with a bang, so we'll have to see how it ends up. But yeah, they want us to care for the characters first, and they want us to take it seriously like we did with the original Walking Dead. If a character's boyfriend dies, they really want to focus on that and show us kind of that loss, or a character's boss is a zombie. They really want to kind of make us feel for that, because they're not just random zombies. Oh, it's just a zombie. If you think about it in real life, if it happened to you, this is a person that you care about, and your response may not be the right one. It may not be, you may go up to them and be kind of confused as to what's going on and wanting to help them in that, depending. So let me know what you guys think about the pacing. I bet a lot of you are going to say, hoping for more zombies earlier. It's maybe a little bit more action. Write it in the comments below. Let me know what you think, or just kind of going through the story faster rather than it kind of being a little bit slow. But I'm not, like I'm saying, I'm not disappointed. I'm just kind of putting my thoughts out there, talking about something I've seen in the comments quite a bit, and wanted to do that. Not disappointed, but I had expected it to be a little bit faster paced. That said, it's a time we'll never get to see again in this show, or maybe any other from AMC. So we'll have to see how that goes in the future. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Write your thoughts on the pacing. If you think it's fine, I mostly am in the category of fine, but had expected it to be a little bit faster, so not too disappointed, that type of thing. But write where you guys are at with this one on a scale of disappointed to happy with it. How are you feeling? I'm enjoying it, so yeah. Write your comments below. If you like the video, please thumb it up below. And if you want to support the channel, you can share, you can favorite, and if you're new and you want to subscribe, you can subscribe at the bottom left. Be sure to subscribe. That's it for this one. I'll see you guys again probably tomorrow for Q&A. Send me your questions for the Q&A this week. Send me lots of them because there's no episode coming up. So this Sunday night, it's the next week, September, is it 13th? 13th coming up on Sunday for episode 3. So send me everything you guys got. There'll be some time for extra Q&As since that next episode won't be coming that soon. And yeah, I'll see you guys probably tomorrow. So it's Trev, saying peace.
Yeah.